Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're diving headfirst into the wildly unpredictable world of Cargo. This ain't your grandma's feel-good flick, it's a heart-stopping, zombie-infested race against the clock. Our hero, Andy, a dad battling a nasty virus with a 48-hour expiration date, needs a new babysitter, and fast. Picture this, a houseboat, a gorgeous family, and a picnic gone horribly wrong. A gun-toting stranger sends a clear message, stay off the land. But with supplies dwindling and a wife, Kay, itching to risk the zombie-riddled mainland, tensions are higher than a kangaroo on a pogo stick. They're clinging to survival on that floating home, dodging the undead and desperately hoping for a miracle. Then, a lucky find, a deserted sailboat, brimming with canned goods and, wait for it, wine. But just as Andy's celebrating his newfound treasures, a chilling sound echoes. Andy bolts. He sees the rotting grub, and suddenly, a few months' worth of rations looks amazing. He naps, smart move, right? And Kay discovers his thoughtful wine gift. Birthday cheer amidst all this chaos. She heads to the boat, hears that creepy wall sound again, nearly escapes, but something snags her back. Andy wakes to find Kay patching herself up, sporting a government bracelet 48 hours ticking down. Panic sets in. Vomit, seizures, the grim possibilities loom. They ditch the island, finding a car with the keys? Seriously? But as Andy fuels up, Kay spots a zombie. Meanwhile, somewhere else, a kid's feeding something into a pit. Yikes. Lights flash on. Zombie alert. Our hero jumps in the jeep, tires squealing, leaving a guy face planting in the dirt. Talk about a bad day. Quick diaper change in a deserted wasteland? Not so fast. Suddenly, Kay's down, violently ill. Oh, the virus strikes. Meanwhile, a kid's snake-tossing experiment fails miserably. Kay wakes up, realizing it's her turn to get zombified, and gives Andy the ultimate ultimatum, save Rosie, ditch me. But our lovable Andy's a softie, he scoops her back up. Then, bam, zombie roadblock. A spectacular jeep versus tree crash ensues, leaving Kay impaled and Andy concussed. Yikes. Whoa, Andy wakes up, faint. Kay's gone, a total zombie feed doorstop. He sees, save her. Too late, zombie Kay bites him, but our hero escapes with Rosie. He's bitten, the clock's ticking, panic sets in, ouch. Rosie's bawling, so Andy unleashes mom's perfume, crisis averted. Then, bam, the zombie jeep wrecker. But wait, a little girl, Thummy, stops him, it's her dad. She uses blood magic to lure him away. Genius. Finally, Andy reaches town. Deserted. Creepy. He finds a building. What's inside? Schoolteacher Etta, bless her heart, discovers Andy's been chomped. But she's a trooper, whisking him off to safety. Meanwhile, Aboriginals are torching zombies, a fiery, awesome display, while Thummy keeps watch, secretly protecting her dad. A flashback to happier times hits her hard. Then, bam, Andy has a seizure, spewing some seriously icky yellow goo. He wakes up snuggled under a blanket, Etta's kindness shining through. She gives him a photo, a clue to finding Thummy and her dad. Andy's off again, determined to get Rosie to safety, encountering some seriously strange folks with their heads buried in the dirt. Once following him, until pow. Wick, our very own action hero, trapped under gas cylinders, takes a shot. He pulls Andy from a nasty pit and in return, Andy gets a lift to Wick's place, meeting Lorraine. Now that's a wild ride. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a wild ride. Wick, smooth operator that he is, presents a pearl necklace, a total cliché, right? But our heroine discreetly ditches it the second his back is turned. Then, bam, Andy's stranded, seeing Rosie after what sounds like an eternity of zombie-infested boredom. Next thing you know, they're off to zombie land, a wilderness showdown with a cage in the middle of a horde. Wick hands Andy a rifle, the ultimate trust, or is it? And they mow down the undead. The twist, that cage holds Thummy, Wick's zombie bait. Poor Andy's horrified, but can't do a thing. Later, they lure the ghouls with a gory, meaty trap and some seriously loud tunes. Talk about a bad night out. But that night gets way worse for Andy, seizure hits and tears flow. It's a total gut punch. Whoa! Andy kisses Rosie goodbye, grabs his government-issued box, a totally normal thing to carry around, right? And heads out. He figures Rosie's safe with Lorraine and Vic. But wait, inside the box, a suicide stake, zombie apocalypse prep, level expert. Just as he's about to bam himself, Lorraine bursts in. Turns out, Vic's a total baddie. He murdered her husband and others. She makes a deal, get her out of there, and she'll protect Rosie. But bam, Vic shows up, and suddenly Andy's waking up in a cage with Thummy. Zombies closing in. Quick thinking. Meat rope. Genius. Zombies pull. Gate opens. Escape. Back to Vic's camp, they wake Lorraine, grab Rosie, and it's a mad dash. But Vic wakes up, starts shooting. Lorraine jumps in front, thinking she'll stop him. Oops. He shoots her. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things get wild. Our heroes, Andy and Thummy, are on the run, a whirlwind of escape from utter tragedy. They duck into the clever man's cage, but he's AWOL. So, it's a quick hide-and-seek game in a teeny cave. Vic, hot on their heels, demands Thummy back. Silence reigns, until Vic's finally gone. Later, bam, Sumi wakes to Andy, a sight to behold, licking blood off the wall. Don't worry, it's not that kind of story. Rosie's safe, Andy pulls through, but woo boy, what a night. Thummy reveals a crazy plan, the clever man can cure her dad. Andy's like, whoa, hold your horses, that's a tall tale. Meanwhile, a mysterious Aboriginal woman, Josie, Thummy's mom, is hot on their trail. Thummy races to her dad, only to find Josie's already been there, laid him to rest. Heartbreak Central. Josie wants Thummy to come with her and Rosie, but Thummy says, nope. Then, Andy discovers he's got a ticking clock, 9 hours left. He's down for the count, until Thummy's rescue. Andy's back. He's hot on the trail of that family, retracing their steps to their old houseboat, then their caravan, empty. But fear not. Our intrepid hero finds them, nestled deep in the woods. Turns out, Dad's been bitten, and he's digging a grave. A family-sized grave. Andy's hopes of reuniting Rosie crumble faster than a stale biscuit. 6 bullets, 4 for the family, 2 for Andy. Talk about a grim inheritance. He hears the shots, 4 blasts of despair. He's got the gun, ready to join them, but wait. Thummy's here with a puff of smoke, salvation. Zombies, a whole hibernating horde in a tunnel. But then, a fire. Vic, and Rosie's bark alerts thick. This is getting wild. Zombies everywhere. Vic's a one-man wrecking crew, taking down Andy and knocking Thummy out cold. He even gets the drop on poor Rosie, but thankfully, he's thwarted before things get too gruesome. Andy, battered but not broken, drags Thummy along, she's seeing stars, poor thing. Then, the ultimate test. Andy fights his inner zombie, resists the siren call of raw meat. Seriously, who's got time for that when there are zombies around? But the battle's lost, he succumbs. Just as the Aboriginal warriors, Thummy's mum Josie among them, storm onto the scene. Chaos reigns. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a roller coaster. Zombies are ravaging the land, but a clever fella's right there with burning bodies in their wake. Then bam, Thummy bursts in, riding on poor, tied up Andy's back, using a hunk of meat as a rather unconventional horsewhip. She gets his daughter, Rosie, to safety, but Daddy Dearest doesn't make it. Talk about a dramatic rescue. The locals are blown away by Andy's stubborn spirit, but just as the clever guy's about to put him out of his misery, Thummy steps in. A spritz of perfume, his wife's scent, one last memory before the final curtain. They retreat to a secret survivor camp where Rosie's welcomed like family. On Andy's belly, a heartfelt, thank you. This zombie thriller packs a punch. For more mind-blowing movies you won't believe exist, check out the videos on your screen.